Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.
Since the U.S. president declared Nigeria a CPC, that is, a country of particular concern, Nigerians have been running helter-skelter on social media with different narratives and different opinions. While some are in support that the US should intervene in the insecurity issues of Nigeria and help us out as a nation, some are not in support. And what baffles me is the reasons they are giving. Some are saying that the US cannot come and fight for Nigerians for free. They are coming with an ulterior motive. They are coming to steal our natural resources. Excuse you? When did the natural resources in Nigeria become ours? I thought they were meant for a selected few. The politicians. When did they become yours? When did they become ours that you are now so scared of losing the natural resources and you prefer to lose lives on a daily basis? It is so glaring that you have never been a victim of the insecurity in Nigeria, or your loved one, your friend, someone you know, someone you are close to, someone who is dear to you, has never been a victim of the insecurity in Nigeria. That is the reason you would prefer to help the politicians preserve the natural resources than to preserve your own life or the lives of your loved ones. Are you going to wait until you become a victim or until your family member become a victim of the insecurity in Nigeria before you would shout for help? Is that what you are waiting for? How can you be helping the politicians protect the natural resources? Are they your own? When did your life become less important than the natural resources you are not benefiting from? Think. Nigerians, think. With the natural resources, you are still suffering. With the natural resources, you cannot afford basic amenities. The basic things of life, you cannot afford them. And you are talking about natural resources at the expense of people's lives? What are you talking about? In fact, at the expense of your own life, because we don't know who is next. We don't know who is next. And you don't have to wait until you become a victim because you may not recover from it. The bandits, the kidnappers, the terrorists that are kidnapping people, are they letting them go for free? The people who have been kidnapped and set free, do you think they were set free just like that? They had to pay ransom for their own lives. They had to pay ransom to come out alive. Some come out and their lives never remain the same. They get to live with the trauma for the rest of their lives. And you think it is funny? Is it funny? So do you prefer to use the lives of people to preserve your natural resources? The natural resources you are not benefiting from as citizens? Is that what you prefer? Come on, think. Think and come up with a good reason why you do not want the American government to be involved or to intervene in the issues of insecurity in Nigeria. Come up with something reasonable. Come up with a reasonable narrative. Come up with a good reason, not because you don't want to lose the natural resources that do not belong to you. Natural resources that belong to a selected few. Except, of course, you are benefiting from the insecurity. That is the only reason you would be against it. That is the only reason you would be against any help from any government. That is the only reason, because for years now, insecurity has become an issue in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government has not been able to address it. They have not been able to give us a solution. They have not been able to protect our lives from these bandits, from these terrorists, from these religious extremists. And you are talking about natural resources. Who cares? Is it not only the living that can remember that they have natural resources? If you are gone, would you remember that Nigeria has natural resources? Do you think the people who have been killed as a result of the insecurity in Nigeria remember that there is anything like natural resources in Nigeria? They don't remember. So if you cannot come up with a good reason why you do not want the US government to intervene, you better keep quiet. Except, of course, you are trying to tell us that you are benefiting from the insecurity in Nigeria. Then I would understand why you are kicking against it. If we have to lose our natural resources for us to get peace, then so be it. Yes, so be it. Because even with the natural resources, we are not benefiting anything from the Nigerian government. And as for all those spreading the narrative that Donald Trump does not really love Nigerians, he does not have the interest of Nigerians at heart, that the way he treats the Nigerians in America says it all, I want to ask you a question. Does your government love you as a Nigerian? Do your fellow Nigerians love you? How does the Nigerian government treat you as a citizen? Do they treat you better than the American government? How do your fellow Nigerians, whom you are not of the same tribe with, treat you as a citizen? When there is an issue, we allow tribalism to divide us. But now this is an issue that everyone wants to benefit from. You are talking about how the American government treats Nigerians in America. Come off it. How does the Nigerian government treat you as a citizen? How have they been able to help you as a citizen? How do your fellow Nigerians who are not of the same tribe with you treat you as a citizen, as a fellow citizen? We complain of tribalism. The tribalism we are complaining about in Nigeria, is it not from a Nigerian to a Nigerian? So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The peace, the comfort you cannot find in your home, you want to go and find it in another person's home? Really? The love your father could not give you, you want another person's father to give it to you? Or the love you could not get from your mother, you expect to get it in full from another person's mother? Come on, Nigerians, think before you talk. It is so funny how, as a Nigerian, you expect so much from the American government, but you think the Nigerian government does not owe you anything? Really? You cannot hold the Nigerian government accountable. You think it is not responsible for your well-being as a citizen, but you are very vocal about how the American government is not treating you well. As an immigrant from Nigeria in America, really? Your government does worse things to you, but you are not vocal about it. You can't talk about it. You cannot hold them accountable. You cannot hold them responsible for the reason you have to go to America and be treated with less affection by the American government. Your government is responsible for the way the American government is treating you, and that is nothing but the truth. If your government was up and doing, there would have been no need for you to go to America in search of greener pastures. So however you are being treated by the American government, your government is responsible for it. Yes, your Nigerian government is responsible for it. So blame your government. Hold your government responsible for your misery in America, not the American government. Because if it was rosy back home, there wouldn't have been a need for you to get a visa to America in search of greener pastures. And until you are able to come up with a good reason why you do not want the American government to intervene in this genocide, Christian genocide in Nigeria, just keep quiet. Keep your mouth shut. If you are not a victim of the insecurity in Nigeria, good for you. However, you have to keep quiet and let those who are victims cry out for help and get the help they need. Meanwhile, I and so many other Nigerians would not wait to become victims before we embrace help. So think about this critically before you come up with an argument.